So I've been working on this game for about 3 months now at the time of recording, and I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. I haven't made a new devlog since July, and there's quite a lot to catch up. So I decided to sum up what I've done during these past months into a shorter video. So I started off by making more props for my game and ended up making a rock island first for the bigger areas. I made all of the rocks to be procedurally generated so I can mass produce them, which saves time. I shaped the mesh into somewhat of an island, and after that made procedurally generated textures as well to make them look like they were hand painted. Each texture is unique when it's procedurally generated, so it's easy to just bake them into their own texture maps and import them into Unreal. Next I decided to add a water plane down below, so the world isn't just an empty void. Also I made some graphical improvements again into the scene and changed up the cell shading to make the scene look better. Also the volumetric fog looked horrendous with the cell shading, so I removed it and replaced it with a simple distance fog, which is part of the cell shader material. It's a lot cheaper way of making fog, and it definitely looks better with the cell shader. I wanted to add more sounds because at the time there was nothing apart from the footsteps, so I bought this sound effect pack with a lot of them. Also I added a sliding mechanic for the character. The steeper it is, the faster the character will slide. It has some problems though, which I'll fix later on. The character is to die if you fall down from platforms, so I made that and added a game over screen with an animation. I made a text which tells you why it's game over as well. Another thing I added was a camera shake and a fading wind noise when the character falls for some time to add more feel that the character is falling fast. Also I had to do some bug fixes like this one, which for some reason exists. Now that Blade's basic stuff is working, I started on the second character, which I haven't named yet. If you have any suggestions for the character, let me know in the comments. Basically the character is supposed to shoot projectiles with left mouse button from the left hand and beam from the right with right mouse button. Another thing I've been thinking of doing is adding a teleport ability much like Kiriko has in Overwatch 2, but instead of teleporting to teammates, the character teleports to enemies. One last thing I've been working on is a character select system. The player can change characters in the middle of the game when in a checkpoint area. This is just me experimenting different features to see if they fit with the gameplay. It might or might not stay as a feature, we'll have to see. The reason there hasn't been a new devlog in a while is because school is taking so much of my time right now. The frequency of these devlogs won't be much higher in the near future either probably, so expect these to come out every few months or so. I think these kinds of devlogs where I sum up what I've done into a short video are easier and more fun to make, and I also don't have to stress too much about new devlogs and so on and so forth. I don't know, what do you guys think? Anyways, thanks for watching this devlog, and I'll see you again in the next one whenever that comes out. Also subscribe if you're interested in seeing more of these so you don't miss out on the next one. See ya!